Thank you for joining us for another Hangout Spot webinar. Megan Cave and I are excited to present to you on Teaching Social Smarts, a focus on healthy hand washing habits. Let's dive right into what we need to know. As we all know, children are major germ carriers, and in light of coronavirus, hand washing skills are an absolute must when it comes to keeping kids and the people around them safe. But if your child is reliant on a constant reminder to use soap or considers the quick rinse and run to meet the definition of hand washing, this strategy doesn't offer your family maximum protection. A healthy hand washing habit must be developed, and here at the Hangout Spot, we specialize in social skills instruction. With that comes teaching children healthy habits, because knowing how to keep your body clean and safe is critical to making and keeping friends. So, we've put together a parenting guide for helping your child develop healthy hand washing habits. Follow these simple behavior analytic steps to stop the spread in your home today. For starters, tell your child the hand washing rules. The CDC has outlined 5 critical steps for hand washing success: wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry. Some of these words are big and confusing, so put them into kid-friendly terms. Instead of lather, tell your child to make bubbles. Substitute rub together for scrub. Post the steps near the sink and include photos for visual learners. This will help remind your child of the steps they need to take each time they come to the sink to wash their hands. Check out our Hangout Spot helper for a free printable download. Okay, so let's get real, because we all know that telling children the rules doesn't always mean that they will follow them. However, providing a rationale does increase the effectiveness of teaching. So what better way to explain why hand washing is important than with a quick science experiment? Have them take a closer look. Fill a small dish with water. Have your child sprinkle pepper into the water and explain that the pepper represents germs and germs make you sick. Now, take turns dipping your finger into the water. Ew! You will be covered in germs almost instantaneously. Now, have your child dip another finger into soap before immersing it in the water. Watch what happens next. The germs will immediately disperse, leaving your child's finger healthy as can be. Model hand washing. Children learn by imitating other people's behaviors, so be sure to wash your hands regularly and thoroughly. Verbally describe each step as you complete it to provide repetition over time. Children are often motivated to speed through self-care routines in hopes of getting back to whatever they were happily doing before. Curb the get it done quick attitude by teaching your child how to know when he or she can be done. You can do that by teaching your child to sing the happy birthday song twice before turning off the water, or have them pick their favorite song instead. You can also leave a timer set to 20 seconds by the sink requiring your child to set the timer and wait for the beep before finishing up. Repeated practice opportunities make better. Cue frequent hand washing by setting a timer for an hour. When the timer goes off, teach your child to drop everything and find the nearest sink. Praise children for complying with the reminder. You might even consider providing random rewards when you catch your child hand washing when the timer goes off, like a few extra minutes of TV time or a second story before bed. They don't have to be huge to be meaningful. Reset the timer and repeat throughout the day. As this skill turns into second nature, you can fade the use of the timer over time. Now, don't assume that your child will learn this skill overnight. Practice makes better, practice makes perfect. So repeated instruction will likely be needed. Observe your child washing his or her hands and provide feedback. Point out what your child is doing right and highlight what needs to change. Doing so will ensure that hand washing isn't just a habit, but more importantly, a healthy habit. Now, you can take it a step further and gamify it. Have your child provide you feedback whenever you wash your hands. And when you're washing your hands, skip a step. Can your child identify what you missed? Can your child coach you through the proper steps of healthy hand washing? This will help to get an understanding of your child's comprehension of the rules. Reinforcing the habit is very important because behaviors only persist over time when they are reinforced. So it's important to ensure that hand washing results in a positive outcome for your child. Remember, as an adult, avoiding getting sick might be rewarding enough for you to wash your hands regularly. But children may not yet be motivated by this result, and that's okay. We just have to teach them. At the beginning of each day, you can stamp your child's hand with a dark color. By the end of the day, if the stamp is no longer visible because your child has washed his or her hands enough to remove the ink, provide your child with a special reward. Again, rewards don't have to be huge to be meaningful. Some children are motivated by praise, others by a few extra minutes of TV time or game time, and others still by one less chore to do during the day. Every child, every person is motivated by different things. So think about reinforcers that will be especially motivating to your son or daughter and incorporate them into this reinforcement system. So by now, as you can probably tell, parents play an important role in transforming children's healthy hand washing routine from a rushed chore into a lifelong habit. Hand hygiene is learned in the same way that reading or riding a bike is, through effective teaching. So if your child has not yet mastered the do's and don'ts of clean hands, use these simple behavior analytic steps to turn hand washing instruction into a family activity. Doing so will have wide-reaching effects on not only reducing the spread of germs and the likelihood of getting sick, but also helping children develop the self-care social smarts that are essential to making and keeping friends. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, brought to you by the Hangout Spot, Connecticut's first center using the fundamentals of science to teach social smarts. At the Hangout Spot, our mission is to ensure that all children have meaningful relationships with others. We strive to eliminate barriers to friendship and empower children to be socially successful across the lifespan using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Everything we do is rooted in research, empirically validated, and proven to work. We conceptualize critical, previously considered tricky to teach skills through a scientific framework. And in doing so, we achieve socially significant change for our clients by providing the support that they need to develop real connections with others beyond the walls of our center. Megan Cavett and I are the co-founders of the Hangout Spot. We are board-certified behavior analysts who practice the science of applied behavior analysis. In short, that's the science of learning and behavior. And together, we have a combined almost 30 years experience of working with learners of different profiles, diagnoses, across the ages of 3 to 21 years old, and across a variety of different settings. We are passionate about utilizing our science to help improve the lives of others. If you'd like to learn more, join the Hangout Spot community because we are currently accepting new friends. Our website is currently under construction but can be found at www.thehangoutspotllc.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Hangout Spot LLC or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to meet you soon.